Hey guys, welcome to our Paramotor Nation. Tonight we have with us Blake Pigeon. But before we do that, before we introduce him and how fantastic it is that he's in Florida this week, I want to introduce our panel. As always, we have Rick Davies. Are you there, Rick? Where are you at?
Anthony Vella. I'm in El Paso.
You're in El Paso. It looks that house looks familiar. That room looks really, really familiar.
Yeah, Anthony's out running around flying in the new motorhome, so I'm just hanging out over here. And Leandra, will you make me a sandwich, please, and a drink? Thank you, darling. See, I'm just hanging out. Anthony will be back in a few days, so.
I bet they're having a great time.
Yeah.
And then Dave Ruff, Trike Flyer. How have you been this week?
Well, hello there, Nicole. I'm doing real good. My name is Trike Flyer. I am a foot launcher. Hey, back to you, Dave.
Oh my goodness. And Dave Wolf, Paramotor Crazy. He's going to bring us in and to tell us all about our sponsors.
What the hell was that?
That was all for you, darling.
Oh my gosh.
Dave.
What's up, Nicole? How you doing?
I am doing great. I can't wait to tell you about this last weekend, but where are you at?
You know, Todd Skondrit dropped off his trailer and said, help me to do all the cabinets. As you can see, the cabinets are behind me, and he wanted me to help them stain all his cabinets. He's been doing all this work in his trailer for so long now. So, yeah, he came in this morning, said, I'm going to run out and get some beer, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes to help you stain all the stuff and help me out. And I don't know where he is. He hasn't been back yet. So I'm stuck here in this trailer, sitting here waiting, watching over it. But I haven't been doing much staining, though.
And then last but not least, Blake is our guest this evening, and he is joining us from Florida, which is awesome. Yeah. So there's three of us in the Sunshine State.
Did I do that properly? You know, I didn't have a fancy.
No, you did. You did great. And then Dave is going to go ahead and go over our sponsors.
Yeah, I'll do the sponsor. Hold on, I need to put my Gorilla glasses on. I got them on backwards here. Hold on. Gorilla glasses. All right, there we go. Got the Gorilla glasses. What'd you say?
Oh, wait, boy, I got to have these to read the comments.
I know. Hold on. How do you even wear these things, man? They just. All right. So we've got there they go. I Fly Indiana. Kevin Kimball. You know, you hear these every week, guys. You should start reciting these with me. Kevin Kimball, I Fly Indiana, $2,500. I should just keep lowering the price on him each week and make it cheaper for everybody. Go see Kevin Kimball. Start scheduling for 2020 if you have not started flying yet. Craig Taylor with his new wing logos. Craig Taylor with Nantucket, Clearwater Pools in Nantucket, supporting Todd Skondrit, Resurgence PPG. We got something really cool that I shared with the panel earlier tonight. We've got a big campaign for 2020 coming up. We're not going to announce that yet. We'll get that probably at the end of the month or beginning of January. Oh, welcome to December, by the way. Let's see, who else we got? We got Fly My PPG. Mike, Justin, Bob up there, they're filling up. I know, speaking of Resurgence PPG, I know they had a candidate that was not able to make it last year. They're on the docket to host one of the candidates this year, but they are also filling up. I'm wearing his shirt. There he is, Larry. There's his phone number. Give him a call. He told me it was actually his work number, the one that he's listed up there. So I'll put in the chat his cell phone number, and then we can all really call him on his cell phone and wake him up. You know, Larry goes to sleep early because, you know, he has dinner at 4:00. But Pure Orange Products, go check him out. He's got such good stuff out there. The bags, and then tell him to stop yelling at his wife, Chris. She's a sweetheart, the bag lady. And then last but not least, Pigeon Paramotor.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about Pigeon Paramotor tonight because I'm going to let Blake talk all about Pigeon Paramotor.
Please talk about me at least a little bit. I want to hear what you have to say. Hopefully it's good stuff.
Go check out the website. Go buy something fun on his website. Go check out the YouTube channel. Blake, you'll tell us in a second how many subscribers, but it's way too low. In fact, if you haven't subscribed, if Blake, if you can put a, actually, I'll go ahead and put a link
Yeah,
to your
I can
channel.
message you right here.
Here you go. So you just need to click on Blake's name, go to his channel, subscribe. He's got some beautiful, beautiful videos. One that I really loved this past week was one with him flying with Matt Minyard. So check him out. Good stuff. You're going to learn all about this guy tonight. Back to you, Nicole.
I just want to make sure that everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. I just wanted to make sure that everyone understands the reason for Thanksgiving. I think that that's something that especially myself, I lose sight of sometimes. So I think that that's something that we can all bring home, especially today. But did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? Did you travel? I know, I mean, Rick traveled to Texas, and it looks like David traveled to North Carolina. Not sure where you are, Dave Ruff.
Right now in Texas, I was in Louisiana at a fly-in.
Awesome. And what about you,
Tell
Blake?
us all about that flying, Dave.
Well, Dave, it was really cool. So I went over to Kyle O'Glee's and we went flying and we went shooting and we went eating food and it was just ooh, sorry about that. Don't know what the hell's going on with my mic. And Dave, where were you last night?
Where was I last night? I don't know where.
Is that you dancing with a cop at the Blue Oyster Cult?
I didn't even see my face in there.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
that is you.
Yeah.
Look at that face I'm making. You could tell I was in a yes, you did see me there. Okay, I gotta get the chandelier out of the studio. Yes, I was at the Blue Oyster Club, back from my police academy days. I went back there for one more dance with Captain Mauser. And but I see you were there with your twin brother too, Dave. It was good to see you there last night.
Well, you know, we can always do this too.
There I go.
Love the videos, hate the man.
No, the Kyle O'Glee had his para party this weekend. It was great. It was a phenomenal turnout. Little bumpy. I got 2 flights, both on the same day. The first one was major bump. I hit some what do you call it? Shear at about 1,000 feet. That Colorado handled it great. Came back down, landed, waited until that evening. Took about a half-hour flight. It was a lot smoother. And then we got rained out the next day. And then today was just really windy. So I decided to come home. Got the rest of my parts for my paracamper guys. So make sure that you guys are subscribing. I'm going to be putting up the announce video here real shortly about that. And then we'll be building a 12-foot camper. Basically, it's going to be tiny house meets RV meets paracamper. So
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome. You know that so many people are out there doing this right now. Obviously, Todd, he's left me to do the work. But Ripman Ryden, who's in the chat, he's been working on his, and he actually installed a window today, Dave. So you're gonna have to help on
Nice.
that.
That's
Maybe a
cool.
gliding patio door or something on yours. And then and then of course you. So there's a lot of work going on out there in these trailers. It's awesome.
Unfortunately, I haven't gotten any work done on mine. My news is that we should be closing this week on this house, and then we should be closing on our new house in Lakeland on December 16th. So I'm going to be homeless for a couple of weeks. Just saying, but
So sad.
I know.
So sad.
That's okay. We're crashing with friends.
There you go.
That's what it's all about. So Blake, what brings you down to Florida?
It shows beautiful sunshine and good weather, you know. I mean, today's an exception, but generally I heard it's good.
Oh, were you here yesterday?
No, I just drove in from Lafayette yesterday, but today's my first experience in Tampa.
Yesterday, I had probably one of the best flights I have ever had in my life. It was almost 2 hours. We flew the beach. We flew around an island, a mostly deserted island. And we saw wild horses. We saw deer. We saw pigs. There was a buoy that washed up on the beach. It was absolutely incredible. incredible.
this
And it was
magic-
like butter air. Like there was no wind. When we landed at, I don't know, it was close to 10 o'clock when we landed, there was still no wind. None.
Nice.
Completely still, not a cloud in the sky. I am telling you, it was
The ones that make it
just
all worth
incredible.
it, huh?
Looked like a beautiful flight down the beach.
Great.
It was.
Where-
I'm
where
actually
is
gonna
that?
have to
Where
do a
you
video
flying?
on that one. I know I keep saying that, but it'll happen. It will.
He's on the other coast from you, Blake, right now.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm not really sure where everyone's location is, so.
I'm just south of you. I'm on the other side of Tampa Bay from where you're at right now.
Oh, okay.
Northern on the Atlantic on the east coast of Florida.
Oh, okay, right on. So that's not too far of a drive for me, honestly.
So who are you hooking up with when you're down here, Blake?
Okay, so the game plan is Andrew Fuller. He is, we're gonna meet up with him Tuesday because we're on a tow team together. We're gonna be doing some, like, I don't know, there's a group of like 17 of us and I gotta get certified to tow people. So I came down here, he knows a guy, everyone's apparently linked up. Leah Katu, sorry,
Katu.
Leah, thank you. She's down here, so we're all gonna link up and do this like training course and then hopefully get some tows. And I brought my motors, so if I can find a place to fly, I'm gonna be flying, you know? And maybe, you know, maybe hopefully with Gorilla, you know, whoever wants to fly with me.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
technically, I'll be in Lakeland Wednesday and Thursday, just saying.
Okay, well, let's do it. You know, I don't know what my game plan is as far as the tow like clinic schedule is. And I don't even know if I got to postpone that till Friday. So it just depends on, you know, I just loosely came down here. I wish I had more information on it. Other than I got to get it done so I could tow with Woody, gamer tag. You know, it's just what I got to do.
Well, so what's the deal with Woody? Like,
I don't know. He was a big inspiration, you know, of all this YouTube stuff. You know, I started watching his videos and I saw his progression, you know, and I don't know, kind of strict. I liked it, you know, so it kind of motivated me to kind of take his progression route and even do some YouTube videos so I can remember it, you know, as time goes.
so the towing though, I mean, was there a specific purpose to learning how to tow?
The tow, oh, a purpose, yeah, you just got to do it to be in the club. It's like an insurance thing. I don't, you know, and then obviously, like, if we have that, we'll be safer, you know, tow pilots. We all want to be doing this as safe as possible, you know, that's the goal. So there's a course, you know, we take, and it takes like 3 or 5 days, I'm pretty sure. You know, I wish I had more details on it. I just heard about it like a week ago through, you know, through this club, and bam, I'm here. And I know it's around here somewhere. So I think they do it actually at Lake Okeechobee. So
Okay.
yeah, it's man, if I could pull my phone, I'll look it up here in a second. But yeah,
I've never towed. That's something that I've always been a little leery of. For some
good
reason,
fun.
towing is
I was terrified of it going into the towing. Absolutely. I know what you're feeling. It feels like an old wooden roller coaster, like, you know, like
I
my
don't like
first 2 SIVs like weren't fun at all because of the towing. But you know, that third one, once you get past that, it's all fun. So
Why do you think some people are scared or feel like towing is dangerous outside, of course, of watching Ripman riding videos? Other than that, why else would anybody be scared of it?
you know, I can only think of the reasons why I was scared of it. I mean, it's intimidating. You got all these things going on, like 4,000 meters of line and boats and winches and all these motors and hydraulics operating. Takes a sharp crew to man this thing. And like, what was the question again? Sorry, I got
why
Why
are
would
people
people be
afraid
scared
of
of
it?
it?
Oh yeah, I don't know why they're scared of it. Yeah, there's a lot going on. You know, I guess the more you learn, I would suggest people go and see what it's about. Maybe first, if they're scared, go to a clinic, sit in and watch and see how it's all done, see how it's organized, and then like desensitize yourself to all of it, and like it's enjoyable. You know, like I didn't want to do the SIV course. I was scared, but now I'm like on toe 30, I bet, or 25, 30, and they're fun. I can't wait to just get pulled up, and it's awesome. So, but after that, like, I think it's perfectly safe now. I honestly launched without the brakes in my hands. I have a YouTube video on it, and
I saw the video.
lucky,
Yeah.
I was lucky, everything's good, but like generally it's safe. The wing flies really nice, like, and as long as you don't get locked out, but it's not, I mean, to be good at being towed, there's a bit of artwork to it. But to generally get out there and tow, to get up to $2,000, $2.5 grand, anyone can do it. Yeah, it's a little scary, but it's so worth it. I wish more people would do it. I think it's something, I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's really not a big thing if you know what you're doing and, you get trained on it, I think. So, yeah.
Well,
I've actually, I know there's some instructors. It's kind of funny because everybody on this panel right now and yourself are all foot launchers, and 4 out of the 5 of us also have our trikes. Yes, Rick, I include you as far as a foot launcher because you started off foot launching, seriously. And I've actually heard of some schools that do trike. They'll tow you up with a trike, no motor, just trike. Has any of you ever seen that?
No,
Nicole,
but
Dave, Rick?
that is awesome.
Yeah, they just attach it to the front axle, pull you right up.
But
So,
would you,
that would be scarier.
but would you do an SIV, just ditch the trike for the SIV,
Absolutely, and I want to.
Cool, yeah.
Sure. And even if they're towing a trike and you're not even leaving the ground, just to practice and learn those inflations without the danger of the spinning prop back there to tangle up and tear stuff up, I think it would be a great training aid.
That sounds smart.
I've only done short,
Well, like
we did short tows up, like 50 feet, and I kind of thought it was fun. I think I'd really like a payout tow to get way up in the air.
I'm all for that. That's the first I've heard of it, but yeah, that would be cool.
Like there's a question for you in the chat. Has nothing to do with towing. This is more self-serving. You watch a lot of videos, correct?
A lot of YouTube videos.
You were telling me earlier today you don't even watch TV anymore. It's all YouTube. In order.
No, I watch South Park a lot.
Okay. In order, can you tell me and all of us who your favorite 3 YouTube vloggers are, starting with number 3, then number 2, and then who would be your top person that has influenced you?
Wow. Okay. I mean, I can't go. I wish I could go from the most to the least.
Then go to the most to the least, whatever you want.
Well, definitely, Woody's gamer tag. Like it's a kind of a long story, but I love his videos. I can relate to him some reason, and he's educational. I get a lot of education from that guy. And I know everyone says don't listen to YouTube videos. Guy is sharp. Then I like, who else do I like? Obviously, I try to watch Tucker's videos, Honey Cuts. I like, Theo DeBleeks, now that I'm getting into acro. Anything that I can learn from. And the problem is I don't know these guys' names. So I'm just trying to pull content out of these things, and I'm slowly learning everyone's, gamer tags or whatever they're called,
Like Paramotor Fly Girl is asking multiple times, you're single?
Yeah, I am single, and we should talk about that too, because I need to promote myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Hey, I can't see the chat right now, and I'm bummed because I want to know what's going on.
Well, not only breaking hearts out there, you're breaking Anthony Vella's heart big time. Now, just to be clear, I did not set that up for you, did I? We never even talked about this today, did we?
Yes, I was hoping the connection would happen, but yeah, I'm glad. I'll take Anthony.
Is Anthony, just please, for God's sakes, tell us that Anthony's in your top 3, just so he's not crying. Is Anthony in your top 3?
Anthony Vella, definitely, but he hasn't made it. Yeah. I love Anthony. I wish I had a list. Sorry, I'm live.
He just doesn't make very many videos.
Yeah,
I mean, outside of Nicole,
yeah.
Nicole, Rick, and I know you love his video, but you hate the guy, right? You hate the man. I get it.
Who is it? I didn't hear it.
Anthony Vella.
Oh yeah, no, I love Anthony's. I'm actually one of his Patrons as well. He knows that.
All right. How did you start off in flying? I mean, how long ago were you free flying, or did you start off in paramotoring? Take us back to your humble beginnings.
Day one of going in the air, like, all right, I attempted to get like a private pilot license when I was 18 years old, I believe. Yeah, or maybe it was 21. It was 21. And yeah, so that I did all the ground school, you know, I thought it was a fascinating thing. It would be something breaking out of my comfort zone if I could achieve this, you know. So I studied real hard, and I did the ground school. I did all the flight stuff, you know, we did the full stalls, you know, and then like, you know, and that stuff was scary. But when it came time to solo, I chickened out, just gave up on it, and I went back to what I knew, and that's the boat business. I just worked and did that until, you know, my brother started skydiving, which was a big, you know, family taboo. You know, that was going out there dangerous, you know, and I couldn't let him do that because that was too cool. So I needed to find something as cool but different. And then I was just watching a TV show online, probably Discovery Channel, about drugs going over Mexico, and this guy had one of these things, you know, dropping packages, and I was like, I paused it, I had to see what it was, and bam, I did some research. I found out these things like powered motors, powered chutes, powered this and that, and then I went to Austin Paramotor, and he had an awesome website, and then you know, I called him up and I begged to get on his wait list, and like he put me on it, you know, and then called me up and said he got a spot. And I was gone from there. That was 3.5 or 4 years ago, and it was over with. But I will say I was still scared paramotoring, you know, in the beginning, because like I was scared of the altitude, not being in a cage, you know, just hanging from the harness and everything. And my first flight is a long story within itself. But yeah, so like I got my rating, I did my 30 flights, I made my spot landings, I did whatever, you know, the book wanted me to do. I got my license, and I bought my machine, I put it in the garage, and that's all I wanted to do with it, really. I just wanted something I could show my friends. Look at this badass thing I bought. I'm a pilot, I'm cool, you know, just another thing on my checklist, I guess. And I didn't fly for like 3 years. And then I just picked it up like a year ago when I started free flying. And I'm addicted to it now. You know, like now that I know what the wing can do, I'm not scared. It's pure joy up there. It's pure bliss now. And it used to be aviation was something we didn't, you know, my last name might be Pigeon, but we do not leave the ground, you know. Like this is the first in my family stuff, you know, so everyone's stoked. My dad and mom love it, you know, for sure. They're not, you know, they're not as scared as they used to be when I first came.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Any idea how many flights you? Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. Go ahead.
No, I have a question. Both Dave Ruff and I have a question for you. So if you had to choose between free flight and motors, which would you choose?
I knew this question was coming too. And I've already answered this on Facebook once on a comment, and I've been, you know, going back and forth. But Andrew Fuller said it best, you know, a great free flight is better than, or what was it? I'd rather take a great free flight, you know, overall.
So like a mediocre free flight is better than a great motor flight.
Yeah, true.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
See, it is what it is, guys. Free flight's where it's at.
But the thing is, you know, starting the acro with the motor on now is just, like, and I call it acro, it's wingovers is what I'm doing, you know, and I'm eventually going to start doing the SAT on it. I can do that in a free flight, but having that motor is super intimidating. But, you know, that's making, like, now I'm like, when I was in California for that month and a half, I was jonesing to get back on my motor, you know, and it's just kind of pulls me like that, you know, like I was like ready to leave. I was done, you know, and it was still good flying there, you know, it was like November. early November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free flight is awesome if you live in the mountains.
Yeah. If you're there,
In
you know,
Florida. Unless you're in a
Well,
tow
he's
club.
talking about towing.
I know. I'm not
But
in
I
it.
mean,
do it
he's
every
talking
day.
about towing in Florida, so you
but,
could.
yeah, but the conditions in San Diego are so consistent every day, and like within an hour, you can drive to a spot that it's on, and it's great. Like you can pretty much bank on it's going to be a good day, you know, on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday throughout the week. You know, I don't know how it is flying at like Colorado and then flown a little bit at the Point, you know, but like I don't have mountain
I
flying.
love the Point.
Yeah,
I
isn't
love
that?
the Point? It is so magical.
Yeah,
So magical.
lots of pilots out there, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And Chris is out there too because he's
Oh yeah. I mean,
nice.
Chris is just amazing.
Yeah.
Anthony, it's an alternate universe. Just saying.
Dude, why can't I see this chat? I can't see it. Do I need to get on YouTube on a separate window, maybe?
Yes. So if you get on YouTube, just make sure that you mute it so that we don't hear your back feed on the
Gotcha.
on the live, because there's a little bit of a delay. So I was really interested to talk to you about that because I actually, you know, we spent a couple weeks with Chris in the summer free flying, and it was just, you know, at the Point, and I mean the consistency, the magic that happens, you know, twice a day, pretty much every single day. It was absolutely awesome. So
Oh, it was consistent. Y'all fly every day, I guess, is there too, huh?
just about, yeah.
You know, the thing about the Point is when I was there, we were mainly on the south side. So I only got to experience the north side once. And I was just too early on in my skills to be able to bench up or even know, you know, what to even do to do that, you know? So it was just like a little ridge soaring for me. I can't wait to go back and try it again.
Well, that's all I did. I didn't bench up at all because I, you know, went there to learn how to free fly, starting as a motor pilot and then switching over, which I just feel like, and I know this is going to be an unpopular position to have, but I just feel like free flight pilots are better pilots, you know, because they have to be. There's no go arounds, there's no do-overs. You know, you have to be better on the spot, if you will, pun intended. But
I know when I had like to get my P2 rating, the kiting requirements are way on a different level than paramotoring, you know, and then yeah, and luckily you got the you know, that good wind off the coast, you know, so you can play on the grass at Torrey and get real good at it, you know. And like you just do that for hours. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did.
That's awesome.
So how long have you been flying?
So you know, I tell people I've been flying hard for just under a year. And I got my PPG2 rating 4 years ago. You know, but like I said, after 30 flights, I quit. I was eager to put it up, showcase it in my house as something awesome to stare at, like a little piece of artwork, which it is. I think these things are awesome.
Yeah.
You know, like I love these things.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and you might have already said this, but what made you go back to it? Was it skydiving?
Yeah, well, I kind of had to desensitize myself to the adrenaline of it. You know, it was all just a big overcoming a lot of fear. So I jumped into skydiving and I got certified in that. And it was the same deal. It was like I got my A license and that was done. Put the rig up on the shelf next to the paramotor, next to my, you know, looks good. And that was done. And I was living in a high rise and I couldn't do the paramotoring, you know. Once I dumped that thing, you know, I was able to get a garage and paramotoring. It was time, you know, and I full blast paramotor paragliding since. It's all I do now. It's all I want to do.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
what are you smirking about, Dave?
I'm just reading the chat here.
I know. I'm trying not to.
So what? So you said as far as acro, the only acro you're doing is just like wingovers?
Okay, so in the
On the
paragliding,
motor. He's doing.
oh, on the
some-
motor. Okay, on the motor, I'm just doing average wing overs, and then
Okay.
that's it. Yeah, you know,
And
asymmetrical.
are you looking for
spiral.
someone to help you? And are you looking for someone to help you take it to the next level?
I know what you're doing here. I saw Leah's thing on here. Is she going to help train me? Yeah,
Well, my
I
next
want her
question
help.
was, would you like me to send her your phone number?
Oh, you're playing matchmaker over here. Y'all. No, but I want to link up with and fly with her. And she said I actually just talked to her right before I got on the show.
Oh.
So
Oh,
she,
perfect.
hopefully she jumps in and takes some of the pressure off of me because she's a hell of a pilot. It's unbelievable.
Mhm. She
Yeah,
really
she's
is.
starting to put out some
Freaking
really cool
rip.
videos
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, she's camera shy. She told me I am too, believe it or not. But as long as I have something I could talk about, I'm passionate about, then no problem.
Was she an influence for you?
You know, she influenced me when it got to the acro stage. I met her in Waveland, Mississippi, because that fly-in, the big one that everyone goes to, what's a foot drag? That got kind of, you know,
That's in
the
Kansas?
weather, that got rained, you know, almost rained out. So we just went for the good weather. And that's where I met her. She was and Matt were just throwing down like crazy. And I didn't even think at that point I was ever going to be able to do wing overs. I was sitting here just picking Matt's brain, like, how do you train your brain to do this kind of stuff? I want to do it, but how do you do the G forces? Like, am I someone that can do this? You know, I don't know. Did I party too hard as a kid? Like, can I handle all that? And then it just, that was the beginning, certainly. So yeah. There's a lot of good acro pilots and stuff out there.
Yeah. Wow.
No,
I'm sorry.
I think she's been an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah.
She really has.
Girls can rip, for sure.
Yes, they can. Thank you so much.
Did you want to say something, Nicole?
So
No, I'm
we're
gonna wait till the after
matchmaking
show.
service now. Are we a matchmaking service?
No, we're not
Of course we
playing
are.
matchmaker. I'm here to fly 100%, not to get distracted by anything.
Oh, actually, here's a good question from Anthony Vella. How did you meet Steve-O? I did see him in one of your YouTube videos. Yeah,
Dude, I promise I will meet Steve-O someday because I highly look up to the guy, honestly. Like, he's a role model to me. But that was just a cameo. I paid him, it was like $60. And I was like, heck, that was the deal. Maybe I could get some likes and followers, So yeah, he's on cameo.
That was you paid him only $60 to be on a video?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, why don't you? Yeah, you should get Paramotor Crazy, get one. There's all kinds of celebrities on there. You can get freaking anything. I got like so many funny ones. Like I got that I can't put on there because like YouTube will cut me off. Like you could get whatever you want.
Wait a minute, wait. Was that really Steve-O?
Yeah.
Like with you?
I wasn't with Steve-O. He sits on his computer, gets these short messages of 400, letters, and then he reads it out, like so.
I thought he was really with you. Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah, I wish he was too, but I guarantee you someday I'll be with him. I'm going to teach him to fly paramotors. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Steve-O, if you're watching this, Pigeon Paramotor, check it out, www.pigeonparamotor.com.
So you were talking in pre-show that you would like to try doing trikes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what it feels like, I
Okay.
try anything once or twice.
It's interesting, and I know Nicole has something she'd like to talk about too, and we're going to talk about it. There was a comment in Facebook, and it was not a nice comment. A lot of times, as people that make YouTube channels, we got to remind ourselves not to take all these comments so seriously, and just remember some people are just not nice people out there, right? And there was a comment, basically a derogatory comment about trike flyers, and unless it's about Rick Davies, I'm just not for that. But anybody else, it's not nice, right? So,
Poor Rick.
but Yeah. You know, I'd like to know, Blake, as a person that's never flown a trike, what is it about a trike that intrigues you? Besides just want to try it? Is there
Just
anything?
haven't done it. You know, I've sat in one at Matt Vineyard's house to break in my new Moster 185 factory that I want to talk about because it's awesome. And it was cool. Like, you know, it was cool. Like, I didn't get to roll around on it, but I kind of regret and I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, it looks cool.
I gotta tell you,
Well,
if you
Matt
guys-
said he
if
went
you
up to like
don't know-
50 miles per hour on it.
It is just
Started getting the speed levels though.
it's just so cool to roll on your wheels and to do
Oh,
touch
yeah.
and goes and do landings and takeoffs on wheels.
Hell yeah, that'd be
Like
cool.
flying an airplane, man. That's what I love about it. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude, you could pretend you're a mini airplane coming in on final, you know. Heck,
I pretend I'm a big airplane.
yeah.
Jumbo jet.
Right. United 50.
That's why he does the radio thing. He wants to be as much of an airplane as possible.
Right.
He's like Thomas the Train, but flying a wing.
I'm trying to work on that cool airline pilot voice, you know. Gotta be so cool.
Oh, I do want to hear about that close call that you had.
That was
Yeah, it was
Oh,
close.
the thumbnail.
Fake
My
news.
goodness.
Yeah.
Fake news.
It was
Go ahead,
sad. My dad was in the airplane in the passenger seat, and we were talking on the radio, and he did a couple flybys, a little closer than I expected at one point, but it was cool. Made for a good video.
And
Yeah.
you didn't have any wake turbulence from your wing, you know, from the vortices or anything.
As he passed on my left side, I peeled off to the right just to avoid any chance. So it
You
was
know
cool.
how I knew that was a setup from the start, Rick? Because that's as fake as someone actually believing that a buddy of his would fly right over his wing and suck it into the propeller and destroy it, and that was an accident. It's all set up, man.
I know.
That's how it is.
Staged
Who
reality.
would actually believe that a buddy could do that accidentally?
Yeah. Sounds like a good way to get a new wing sponsor to me.
Right. And nothing wrong with the spider.
Right.
I love Clint.
Leandra, make me another sandwich, honey.
Every time I look at Dave, I've got these evil eyes
Anthony
staring
on
right
that
back
one.
at me.
See, that's what happens, Anthony, when you leave the house.
Is there somebody staring in my back window again?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, jeez. God bless. Oh, I'll be back. I need to go take care of that.
Matt Minyard in the house.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully we get to have him on next week, right?
That's what Blake told us. Is that right, Blake?
You know, he said he would be willing to, you know, think about it. He said he'd rather be flying, but, you know, possibly do a podcast. for
Wow.
sure.
Hey, man.
Hey, I'd
By
rather
the
be
time
flying
we
than
do
hanging out
this,
with you.
it's already dark.
Matt, you're gonna be Matt, why don't you just answer in the chat? Will you be our guest next week? There you go. We'll wait and see
Way
what
to
he has
put him
to
on the
say.
spot.
Yes.
I didn't do this. I did not do this. No, Matt's a good guy. You definitely want him. Man, he knows the history about this paragliding stuff. When I was down there with him, like how he can talk how it kind of migrated, started in France and kind of spreads out, and how like free flyers and I don't know. It's very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Dave Ruff won't stop saying enough good things about Matt and his experience with Matt and getting his you son of a bitch.
Oh.
Sorry, Nicole.
Golly. Why are you apologizing to me? I cuss more than all y'all.
Your channel.
I'm
you-
not monetized.
I don't know what that is. That's David Wolf in the crotch of a 30-foot gorilla. It's one of my favorite videos he ever put out. What did I get myself into with these people? Good God.
It's not funny, Rip Man.
Great.
It's not funny at all. The gorilla had a lot of things that had to be
Hey,
checked out of
Dave,
there.
I'd like to know if you could explain this picture right here because I have no idea what the hell that is.
Well, as many of you know, I'm a part-time proctologist, and I was doing a routine check. Wow, please take it down.
Wow.
I swear to God. One day, you know what? I do have a good picture of him. I'm going to put it up next time. There's no doubt in my mind. just
I
don't
have
it.
the best picture
Sorry,
of
Blake.
you. I have a picture of you making muscles at Bad Apples wearing. Oh, yeah.
Why is it
I
always
have a great picture of you.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yes.
One of my very favorites.
Who are you talking to? Oh, see, then he leaves.
He put up his avatar and left.
Oh man, what happened there?
Oh, he left, so he's about to get you back. It's okay.
Ah.
So Matt, did you have an answer for us of whether or not you're able to join us next week? Thank you. Mwah, Matt. Oh my. Wow.
It's after dark.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Save that one for the after dark.
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
that. Tucker was over at Matt's place as well. Yeah, I missed that unfortunately too. Tucker apparently cruised right down by me on the highway. Didn't see him.
Okay. So yeah, Matt's gonna join us
That's
next
it.
weekend.
There you go. Thank
Oh,
you.
I get to interview somebody?
Thank
Well,
you,
I don't
Blake,
know
for
whose
setting that up.
channel it's gonna be on, but
It's gonna be on Dave's channel.
Who's?
Yes.
Who's?
Hey, Blake, what are some of your big plans for this upcoming year? What are some of your goals? Blake froze. Blake moved and pulled the plug. All right.
You probably figured I'm getting out of here. These people are crazy. I don't.
Well, we still want to hear about his Moster 185 factory.
What happened? See what you did? You put that gorilla picture up there, Dave, and you scared our guest away. That's how it is.
Yeah, his internet's hung up there.
That's how it works.
Well, while we're waiting for
Going,
Blake,
Dave.
Trike flyers, is there anything you can tell us about your weekend? Or do you don't want to tell us anything? Or you can't tell us anything?
No, like I said earlier, it was a para party. It was awesome. I got to fly twice. The first day I got out there, first time I went up, I hit sheer at about 1,000 feet and got rocked pretty good. Flew in it for probably about 5 minutes before I came back down. Good landing. Flew later on that night. Nice smooth flight for about a half hour. And then after that, it was just unflyable. The next day it rained. And then this morning it was just really, really windy. So we did a bunch of paramotor projects in Kyle's shop. Got to do some shooting on his range and lots of good food, lots of Louisiana good food.
How many people were there?
Oh gosh, at its height, I'd say probably around 20.
That's
Okay.
cool.
So somewhere in there. We also did a bonfire. I guess it would have been Friday night. Maybe it was Saturday night. I think it was Friday night. Huge bonfire. They got logs that were thicker than telephone poles, piled them up about 8 foot and set fire to them. And
Yeah, that was a
at
heck
the-
of a picture.
the people's property that we're on also gave us rides and razors. I've got a 7-minute video of literally going down into a 5 or 6 foot culvert and then coming up the other side in a razor, 1,000cc razor. It was wild. Oh, it was wild.
I bet.
So no, it was a good time. You guys
They're
missed.
awesome.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good time.
Yeah, you're always out having fun, traveling around.
No, man, actually tonight I got to apologize to everybody. I'm kind of off my norm here. I'm a little silly. I'm kind of punch drunk. I've been traveling so much, it's just caught up to me.
Yeah, we didn't want to say anything. We thought you were a little bit weird tonight. So.
Hey, actually, I got something for you, Gorilla. Here, hold on for 1 second. I know exactly where you are. And I didn't want to say anything because, I know the type of problem that you have and stuff like that. So here, hold on.
While you're doing that, Dave, I will just say to everybody, Blake is trying to log back in. He just lost connection in the hotel.
No worries.
I'm going to see if I can pull this up. It's, I think Gorilla has a hold on it here. Yeah, it's going to take me a second. Apparently Gorilla is kind of blocking this out. So let me see if I can do something about that.
This is compelling content.
So this weekend, like on Saturday morning, we went for a flight. We had a mini, like a mini fly-in. I think we had.
Hey, I think this is Kylo's shirt from last time.
I think 5 pilots.
Okay.
6 pilots in the air, and then afterwards, we
Hey,
went.
sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that.
You get what you pay for here at the Marriott.
Free internet.
It wasn't free. You got to join this membership. Apparently my membership expired, but they gave me free internet because it's like $12 to be nice. I was going to go down there to buy the high-speed internet, but I don't know. It's a mess. I wouldn't recommend this place, but it's all right.
Oh,
Anyways, we're back on the show.
Yeah.
all right.
What was the question?
Oh, we
So-
wanted to hear about your new motor, your break-in.
Oh, the Moster 185 factory. Okay, this sucker's clean. All right. I bought it from Matt. It's on the McFly frame, and I love it. So it's my first time ever with a Vitarasi product. And, you know, I've had 3 different Nirvana products. I guess those have the Simonini motors on them. Most of them had the 200, and then I have one Instinct with the 300 or 230. And I got to tell you, this 185, it's nice, man. It's powerful. You know, I would, you know, I'm interested to do a nice review, like a climb rate and everything to those side by side and see how they compare. Because
How
these-
many?
I don't know if it's something to do with the weight or the torque, or like I got these like super stiff carbon procs by Helix that has so much thrust. I don't know, but it's gonna make a good YouTube video. I'm excited to do it.
How many hours do you have on it now?
I'm just probably 7 hours, maybe. You know,
So you're on your 2nd or 3rd exhaust, right?
no, not yet. You know,
Just kidding. I fly Vitarasi too. I have like 66 hours, and knock on wood, I'm still on my original exhaust. So
oh yeah. You know, if it happens, it happens. Mine's ceramic coated. Matt did an awesome job on it. It's beautiful, by the way, but his lasted a little bit longer, I guess like 60s as well. So if I get 50, I'm going to be happy. You know, I'll probably buy a Vortex just to have it in the van. I don't know.
yeah,
But, you know, I love this motor. It is nice. I don't, you know,
I
hope
absolutely love mine, and that's my plan. If the exhaust fails, which it probably eventually will, I'm just gonna do an aftermarket exhaust, either
yeah.
a Vortex Aero or a one of the Corsair Black Bull exhausts. So.
Oh, okay. And then there's also that guy that's building one out of, it looks like chrome or something, and it has a spring in it. That thing's cool looking. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Blake,
So-
I think you were telling me earlier, were you looking to fly on the beaches here in Florida?
Yeah, I want
While
to
you're
fly anywhere. Mostly high altitude. You know, I will go anywhere. I just want to get high, spin down, get high,
Yeah.
spin.
So I know Nicole does a lot of beach flying, and she was actually starting to tell us about this mini flying they had. Will you tell us about that, Nicole, real quick?
Yeah, this mini flying we had on Saturday, it was actually our going away party. The pilots up here in North Florida, they all got together, and Leslie actually, it was the one that put it all together, and she orchestrated a fly-in yesterday morning. And it was just a impromptu thing, you know, just show up if you can. And there were, like I had said earlier, there were 5 or 6 pilots in the air. We flew almost for 2 hours. The wind was absolutely incredible, which when you're picking a date, like we had picked a date a week in advance. And so it was a total crapshoot. So the fact that it showed up, you know, we got there to the day and it was like this most amazing wind that we had ever had in our lives was, you know, it was just incredible. But then later on that day, you know, we went to breakfast, flew on the beach, went back to the house, showered up, and then a different set of friends actually met us at a Chili's, a different set of flying friends that a couple of them weren't able to come that morning to fly with us. So they came to dinner that night and they threw us a party. And I would just want to say that there are people that we have met. I mean, basically all of you, right? That we didn't know before we became pilots, you know, before we started training, and that Paramotors has actually brought these people into our lives. And then they become like this daily interaction, you know, they're your tribe, your people. And I will say that there's just nothing like flying friends, you know,
Yeah.
the flying family. There's just nothing like that. And, you know, especially these Yahoos that I'm with every week, they're pretty much our flying family. So
Yeah.
just wanted to say thank you to everybody in North Florida if you are on this evening and the people who were there. Oh my goodness. That's great, Dave. It's really awesome.
Yeah. That was really nice of them to have a little going away party for you. That's really cool.
It was. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
we're going to be down in, you know, we'll come back, we'll visit and everything. But no, what I was going to say, Blake, is how long are you going to be in town?
You know, I'm in town till I get that training done, you know, and I'll know more once I get in contact with Andrew on Tuesday. We're going to do some work on the towboat. And just depending on how training goes and who all comes down, you know, a lot of people have work schedules they got to work around. So we're just going to do our best to make it happen, get as many tows in, make 2020 a fucking badass
Mhm.
season.
I'm not monetized, don't worry.
It's,
So, well, what I was going to say is if you find yourself in Northeast Florida before the 16th, please let
I'll
me know.
be there for sure. Let's make it happen. I'm stoked.
Yeah. I mean, like if you could even, just trying to think, I mean, if you could even come like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday of this week, that would be awesome.
I mean, I could be there tomorrow. I mean, literally, I'm just waking, you know, I'm looking for a place to fly in the morning. I was hoping actually through this show that someone in the messenger would, you know, pop in and be like, hey, we're flying, and put a location. And then when I get done, I can review this video and look at my jackass on here and see where people are going to be flying in the morning. That's what I want to do, you know?
Okay.
So hopefully that happens. I haven't seen the chat yet, but.
Well,
But it's, I guess, 2.5 hours for me to get there from Tampa.
closer to 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cause I still need to go down south to Lake Okeechobee and then, you know, I'll figure it out.
Right. So Leah is saying that she lives on a beach and she has tropical water. So, but that's across the other side of the state for you.
Wait,
Unfortunately, a lot of us work regular jobs, so tomorrow's back to work for me. So I can't fly again until next weekend, till
what is
Saturday.
tomorrow, Monday or something?
Yeah, tomorrow's freaking Monday.
Okay.
Damn it.
But I might be able to fly Wednesday evening.
Heck yeah.
I might even be able to fly Thursday morning, but I really can't put that out on the internet.
I'm feeling a little.
Well, we could private message. Let's just make it happen for sure. You know, I'm going to be flying
Right.
first priority. That's why I'm here.
I think I'm getting. I
Rick,
might
you
have,
should really check that, dude.
I think you look
You need to-
you look peaked, Rick. I
Oh,
mean,
Rick.
you do. I don't know if you should go to work tomorrow.
paraflu.
Yeah, Rick, I like this now. I always thought he was serious getting sick or something. This is believable. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it is. It
Let's
is.
do this. I'd be stoked. I'm going to stick around for sure. Here's the deal. I have a company Christmas party to be at on the 14th, maybe. So it's either I fly into that or I drive back to that. But then I can be back over here. That's really the only thing that's important going on, other than flying.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, we're kind of in the middle of moving right now. Like literally, my house is in boxes. So that's where
I could put
Yeah.
your paramotor in my van and take it to the LZ.
living in a van down by the river. You know what? After going to Utah, I realized that all I want to do is make enough money to be able to save enough money to sell everything that I own to buy a van so that I can live in a van down by.
It costs a lot of money to be homeless.
do
you
that
know?
Yes, it does.
Live in a van down by the lake.
I just want to live in a van down by the river, guys.
Yeah, that it is.
But no, I do have a 7x14 Paracamper that, you know, that's what we take to the fly-ins and everything. We haven't even started getting it done like what Todd has done, you know. So the great thing about these fly-ins is you go in and out of everybody's campers and you get all these ideas, you know, and like Michelle Helm, she's got a great camper. She's got a shower, toilet, everything already set up. You know, Todd had some great ideas where he's got like this fold down bed and all this storage and everything. and now John Ripa is putting his together. I was trying to think of, I know that,
Todd Scandrett.
well, that's what
I was
just
watching. I was watching yours the other day, David's and Trike Flyers, and
Yeah.
inspired me to put my little start mine.
Actually, I just got yelled at because Todd sent me this. He said that picture behind me was so out. Look at that. Look how beautiful he's painted that today.
Oh,
Man.
wow.
Much better.
Sideways.
Doesn't look like a trailer anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we know
I
where
wanna
Dave
convert
Trike
mine.
Flyer went. He went to go find some pictures of me, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh, did y'all lose me?
No, we're
we
here.
got you.
Blake, I was asking you before. Can you hear us, Blake?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
I can't hear him anymore. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
shit!
No, we can hear you. I'm kidding.
Believe it or not, I'm
that's
kind of
not-
computer illiterate, even though I work on computers all the time. And
I was starting to ask you before we lost you there to the Marriott Internet. What are your plans for this year? What fly-ins do you plan to go to? Things like that.
All right, so Endless Foot Drag is on already,
Okay.
and also I put my schedule on my website. I just so I could keep track of it for myself because I can't remember. But I have February 14th, we're going to Cali, Colombia, and that's with the guys with Eagle in the West Coast. So I don't know those guys. I just been referred to it from a couple guys at SID Clinic, and here it's the thing to do. Like if you want to work on cross country skills, which is what am I here?
You're here.
Oh, okay. I feel like my screen is choppy. All right. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to be over there with them learning XC stuff and thermaling and big mountain stuff, I suppose.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be awesome because I only have limited, tons of soaring experience. I have over 200 flights of paragliding, but,
Wow.
130 of them or 150 plus were done on, the ridge. So very limited with just Little Black. I've been to, Blossom. I love Blossom. And then, I guess Point of the Mountain, North and South. So just
Okay.
a few, it's going to be a good
Have
time.
you? I mean, how many days a week are you flying?
Every day I can. I make it a job to wake up in the morning and fly. And I try
Okay.
to find a place where I can make that happen 4 days out of the week, 5 days out of the week. I prefer, that's the deal. And if I could do that at home in Austin where I can work and get my chores done around the house, great. But it's getting hard to do that there. Our flying season just the last few years has been horseshit. It's been just really off and on and unpredictable and no fun. No fun when you're trying and anxious to progress. I'm just anxious to be up there.
Yeah. Rick Wetzel just asked, and I think you answered this before, but where do you live?
I live in Austin, Texas.
Austin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I'm from Abilene, Texas. And, that's where, I spent probably 20 years of my life, 20 plus years.
Well, I think Leah is offering to be your tow bait for your tow training.
Yeah, she said, I got her text. Heck yeah. She just wants to do that so she could get more tow runs in. She's not actually being nice. She just wants to get more tows in. I know, we all do, Leah. Come on, I know.
I know I'll have to try that.
I don't blame her. I want her to be my tow dummy too. We'll get a bunch of tows in. I'm stoked.
I know I
Yeah.
need to do it.
Leah with the camel. Anyhow. What would you, so you've got a lot of experience now in flying. What would you say to new people watching this, new people coming into the sport? What advice would you give them?
In what sense? Like just
Safety, biggest safety tips. If you could go back to little Blake 3 years ago and say, this is what you should do different, what would it be?
I would have talked to more people before I just dived in it. I would have done more research about it. I would have got that PPG. I would have done enough research where somebody would have been like, hey, Blake, here's Jeff Gowen's book. Read it, and then here's some fly-ins you can go to, you know, talk to these people and see what motor brands they're using. And then you'll see how these things launch and take off and all that stuff. And, you know, it won't be as intimidating. What happened to me is I was in Abilene, like looking at this website, like, dude, I have to do this right now, talking to Brian. And when he gave me the green light, bam, it was on. And that was my first experience of flying. You know, there was no like, what are A risers? What are brakes? What are this? You know, he started me from a very, very like knowing nothing about flying. You know, I know nothing about airspace really, you know, everything, you know.
Well, here's a new pilot. This is my wife, Jenny. She decided to come on tonight.
Hi.
Hey, good to meet you.
I don't know where to look.
Look at the camera.
Okay, thanks. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, hi. What else?
So what do you think about kiting,
Me?
Blake's the cast.
Jenny?
What
I
do
think
think
everyone
about
right now is in shock that David has such a beautiful wife.
No,
She's so far out of his league.
this is my trophy. So far out of my league.
No, she just started kiting.
Oh,
Blake.
Jenny. Oh, you're asking Jenny the question.
Yes, I was asking Jenny.
All right, go ahead, answer the question.
It's interesting. It's well, I don't like the harness with the seat.
Yes, we were using
Yeah.
my old Fresh Breeze harness, which we just sold, and so now we have a new harness.
Yeah, that one was just I'm short, so it was just too big. But yeah, I like kiting.
Yeah, and I put her in a real bad condition. The field that we chose had a lot of trees around it, so it was not some good air that she's been kiting in, but she did great. I mean, had a little video of
Yeah,
her.
the wind kept changing. That was challenging.
Will you tell us about that?
I liked it. It was fun. I mean, the pressure was off because I didn't have to control anything since I'm not trained. So, but yeah, I liked it. The only thing that made me nervous is, what would you call them? The wind gusts that.
Turbulence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I just kept thinking that the wing was going to collapse, but that's just me not having experience and knowing everything about the winds and how that all works. So
And the interesting thing too about Jenny is that she's got a tremendous fear of heights, but she was pretty comfortable up there. Blake,
Yeah.
how about you? I mean, have you ever come across anybody that you say, do you have a fear of heights? Do you know anybody
I
that
had
flies?
tremendous fear of heights prior to paragliding. Terrifying. That was one of the reasons why I did this. Overcoming fears, challenges, bettering myself. It was like sharks. And I will be diving with sharks to beat that fear eventually. So yeah, huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to do it. Overcome. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I gotta tell you, it's so cliche that the best shit is on the other side of like what you're scared of. It is, man. Flying is awesome. I'm a boat builder. I shouldn't be saying this, you know. I love it. This sport is incredible. It's just magical up there, you know. And that's why I'm just so stoked of like, I can't stop watching everyone's YouTube videos, especially like beginners taking off for the first time. It's like, yeah, heck yeah, welcome to the skies. You know, it's just life changing. It's a new playground we have. You know, it's like the world just got way bigger and way more fun.
I agree. That's one of the
So-
reasons why I had to do it too. Horrible fear of heights.
Yeah.
Oh, you too, Nicole?
Oh yeah. Bad. I can't even stand on a chair without being like, ugh. Hate ladders. And of course I do that for a living.
The
I
guy,
don't like staircases, very steep staircases. When I'm going to a customer's house and I'm coming down a staircase, I'm clenched onto that railing.
I probably told you guys, the guy I fly with, Carl, he's scared of heights. And we're flying somewhere and I'm up at 1,000 feet. He's right over the trees. I'm like, Carl, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm scared of heights, man. I'm like, okay.
I'm gonna be scared of heights in that tree too. When your motor quits.
But he shouldn't make an effort to go high each time to desensitize himself. You know, Chris was the one who told me about that, you know, because I was telling him about how I was scared getting toes. So even the first 15 toes of mine, I was so distracted with just getting up there and releasing the thing, you know, that he was like, all right, get back on your motor, go up to those altitudes, each one of your flight, desensitize yourself to 5,000 feet, you know, desensitize yourself. So when you're back out there and you release that pin, you're ready to, you know, start your run. And it's true. It makes a world of difference. It just becomes, instead of like, oh man, I'm scared of heights, it just becomes like a picture. It's just a picture of a postcard now, you know?
God.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hey guys, I really shouldn't have to say this, but at least for my channel, we're not gonna have drama in the chat. So I shouldn't even have to say that, but I'm just gonna say, you know, we're not gonna have drama. This is drama free. We're just here to have a good time. We're here to everybody to have a good time. So just gonna say that. But
What happened? Where's Rip Man? Isn't Rip Man a moderator? You gotta
he is.
give him a wrench. He'll take care of that.
Oh, I did. So John is our moderator. And he can go ahead and handle that. But
Yeah.
oh, good. I thought that Blake had frozen up again, like he was so intently watching the screen.
No, I'm
I thought you had frozen up
open the
again.
chat window to see what the hell y'all are talking about.
I know. I was
Oh,
trying to
talking
figure out
about
what was
me.
going on too.
But I
You can't touch me now. All right, good. Sorry.
What were you guys doing?
Nothing.
we don't want to know.
Why's your hair all messed up, David?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys said we were bringing spouses on midway through the show. Where's Reason? He's sitting right there, isn't he?
No, he's somewhere else. Come here, Reason. He's watching the show actually in the other room. So in fact, every time that you guys make a joke, I hear him cracking up, you know, like a minute later because of the lag. So it's really funny. Like we'll be joking and talking, and then all of a sudden he starts laughing. So it's funny. Anyway.
See, Blake didn't realize when we signed him up for this was the Love Connection show. We're bringing our spouses on, and Leah Catullo is.
I'm talking to her right now. So.
Oh, see, there you go. I think that we have completed our mission. There's Reason.
There's Reason.
What's up, Reason? Jenny.
Hi.
And everybody. Not even reading the chat. I think I'm hoping Rick went to go get Kimberly, and I know Sarah's there.
I
so.
tried to. She smacked me.
He's got the cat.
So now that you have free flown and motor flown, tell Blake about your trike experience, because he's wanting to try a trike.
Let me get these out here. Get rid of that delay. Well, after I did the, so I learned foot launch, and that's what I've been doing, and then had some back issues, so then I transferred to the.
No extra. No.
So then I had to transfer to Trike just to be conservative and make sure I don't mess up my back anymore. So we got to do some training with the Trike helper.
The trike trainer.
Trike trainer.
It's like a motor that you put on the back of it so that you aren't actually using your motor, so the prop's not spinning, but it pushes you so you can inflate the wing.
Like a go-kart. It has a drive wheel that drives you.
Yeah, and it has a throttle just like as if you were really using your motor.
Just no propeller. That's fine.
Just no propeller. Yeah, no, I mean, like it takes all the worry out of it.
Yeah, no
I
chopping
could dig
up
that.
wing or
Yeah.
chopping up lines or anything like
Nope.
that.
All 10 fingers left.
Yeah.
So it was very helpful just to get a few inflations, just and I did it unfortunately on a kind of a somewhat windy day, so it was a little rough, but I did enough of the inflations just to get the feel for how the wing comes up and how it feels against my hands. And after that, the next time I actually got to fly with my prop and actually using the propeller, I mean, it came up no problem because it was no wind at that point. When you want to be on a trike, not running your butt off on slippery grass, afraid to fall on your face or whatever.
Nicole just read it.
Trying to pour.
Teasing me.
The
drinks now, busting up.
great. So, and after that, I mean, it was just like, oh yeah.
Really, let's do that 10-second pour again.
Yeah, the 10-second pour.
Rick does it each week.
Everybody always catches that too.
So yeah, using the trike on a no wind day. I mean, that's the money right there. I mean,
Oh, it's a dream. It's a dream.
yeah.
Wait, so did you foot launch before you tried the trike?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't have any issues with foot launching.
you had the
or
kite control.
no wind or anything. I didn't have any issues doing that, but now I did have times when one morning I actually slipped on wet grass trying to land and had a little bit of a cage bump. But besides that, I mean, I don't have any issues with foot launch. But now, since I had that one little cage bump, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to slip on the grass and possibly hurt myself even worse, even though to a normal person that's perfectly healthy, a little bump wouldn't hurt anybody. But
He has an injury, Blake, that
I'm
is
just
not
saying-
paramotor related.
Broken back,
So-
you said?
It's
Yeah.
not, yeah, it's not paramotor related though.
yeah,
Like he didn't injure himself flying.
Yeah, I caught onto that.
yeah, but any kind of jar on the spine could
Yeah.
cause some problems. So
Well, that flat top I heard has good crumple zone,
Yeah, I'm the same way. Reason I don't. I mean, one bad landing, I could hurt myself and be out of work for weeks, and I can't do it.
oh yeah. So yeah, trike is definitely you just use it as another tool in your toolbox.
Any
No
way
wind.
to get up in the air, I don't even care. Just get up in there, have some fun,
Get it up.
Except for the powered parachutes, I could care less about them. They throw out huge wakes that grow. No, I'm just kidding.
They do. They do
They
throw
are
out
kind of
huge
gnarly.
wakes. They do. That is for sure.
Like, so in the places that you fly, there's a lot of topics that we talk about, and it's good to talk about them every couple of months. LZ preservation. I mean, do you get issues in some of the areas that you fly with irresponsible pilots? And if so, how is that handled in your areas?
Okay, so I've been
Or are you the
Not yet.
irresponsible pilot that everybody's worried about?
No, generally I'm very nervous about finding LZs. In fact, like even when I got into the sport, those are kind of reasons I stopped because I had a hard time finding LZs and I didn't want to break permission to fly. I want to fly and have fun. I don't want stress about this or that happening. Like seriously, I'm trying to progress in the sport the right way. That's all I got to say. I don't have time for that. What was the question? Sorry.
David,
Issues with certain pilots.
Yeah, or LZs having issues. I guess Austin Paramotor would be a home LZ, and I don't think so. It's really kind of like a club over there. He kind of regulates who comes in and out.
Good.
And I don't think he's had an issue. I fly down in West Beach, Galveston a bunch. That kind of has that little surfer vibe feels, and I don't know. They argue with each other about who breaks what laws and stuff all the time. I don't know if anyone's kicked anyone out. I don't know, but I just stay away. I try to go to sites that are well known, with well known pilots that are doing legit piloting stuff, you know, and just avoid all the BS. You know.
And we got to protect our LZs from each other and other people too. I just got a text message as you were answering that question. Unfortunately, an LZ out where Todd Falstad, flies at got vandalized. I think you just said just last night. Yep, Friday night. So.
Oh wow, yeah. So I mean, I guess it happens. You know, luckily I've been pretty lucky to have, I guess, solid flying spots that are somewhat private or club oriented, you know.
That's good. It's good. They're easy
we really need to protect the sport and like help each other out with the laws, you know, because a lot of people getting into the sport aren't trained very well or at all, maybe, and this stuff just blows over their heads. So we got to do it as a community to help people, because we don't want this thing overregulated. Sure.
Well, one thing that I know is coming out, and I just mentioned Todd. Todd has been working on a trifold brochure that we can take to airports, you know, the ones that like Rick flies out of or that I fly out of, to leave for fixed wing pilots, which is a great resource to give some more information about paramotors. And when that does come out, I hope that everybody downloads it. I know we'll post it for Todd on the Our Paramotor Nation website, and you can download it and print up copies and leave it there. And that'll definitely help with the communication lines with the other pilots. Rick, you had mentioned earlier tonight about, and I think in your video that you put out today, about just having the radios and having more communications with the fixed wings helps the relationships.
Yeah. The general aviation pilots, they like that. And like I said in that video, we've kind of established a flight pattern at our airport that deconflicts us, where we're not really sharing the same airspace. I mean, we're taking off from the same airport, but we don't cross the active runway. We stay out of the pattern and stuff like that. But I think it just gives them a much better feeling if we're communicating on the radio, if we can do it with a little bit of, you know, be a little bit professional about it and make some radio calls to those guys. It just makes them feel better. Of course, it makes us safer because we know where they're at and they know where we're at. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the brochure. I want to put some in the pilot lounge at our airport, put them on the bulletin board in there. So that's a great resource. It helps us all out. Bye, Jen.
Bye.
She said she was bored of what you were saying, Rick, so she had to go. No, I'm kidding. Bye, honey. That's Jen.
I wanted to answer Tony's question. He asked whether you could fly faster on foot or trike. And so I fly a free flight wing. And I bought that wing specifically to go to Utah and fly it there. But then I have also used it foot launching, and I've used it on my trike as well. So the more weight that you have on your wing, the more dynamic your flying is going to be. So technically, I can fly faster on my trike than I can on the same wing foot launching than I can on the same wing free flying. So to answer that question, it turns sharper, it turns harder, it flies faster, it's much more dynamic. I can feel the air more. Any little bump, I can feel it whenever I am on the trike, versus when I am on the foot launch, it's like everything's just a little bit softer. And then further on free flight, everything is just a little bit softer, a little bit more dull. So as far as reaction times and this kind of thing. So I hope that answers your question, Tony, but the answer is yes. You can fly faster on a trike.
No, it's becoming the question that gets asked over and over again of what do you like better, trikes or foot launching? And I just told Rick this the other night that I love them both. They both have different challenges, which keeps me excited. Just learning how to get better at landing for me is a challenge in itself. Fortunately for me, I've got some good people out there watching over me, watching my videos and sending me messages. I've got some good friends that are on the ground giving me instructions and helping me, you know, land. Oh, like Friday night, I probably made about 8 small little flights, just landing and resetting and launching and turning and landing over and over again. And I enjoy both of them. I enjoy both of them very much, but I really think that I probably would prefer triking if I had to choose just one. Now, with that being said, I'll probably keep foot launching for a long time because I enjoy it, and how, you know, just the setup is quick and easy. I have no issues at all with launching. It's gotten to a point now where I don't even have to look at the wing. It's all feel for me, so I'm really comfortable with that. But you know, you can't taxi 600 yards and lay your wing down over Dave Ruff and lay it on top of him by foot launching. So there's that added benefit too.
Without a lot of work anyway.
With that, without a hell of a lot of work, yeah, absolutely. So I do enjoy that very much.
Tony, just go by your placard weight. So the most that you should load a wing, you should not go over whatever the recommendations are for the manufacturer. Like for myself, when I'm on my trike, I am right over placard weight that keeps it within the rating of that wing, but I am not over the all up max weight, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you're going by your wing, your manufacturer.
Blake, I have one more question here. I know we're going to start wrapping it up here soon as we're coming up to 9:30. You had mentioned before that you are a Patreon for Anthony, correct? Anthony Vella. And you've been one of the very first sponsors of this show. And I've always been very appreciative of that. Who else? Question one is, who else do you sponsor or Patreon? And number two, why do you do it? And finally, number three, why would you encourage other people to do it?
You know, I keep a lot of my Patreons kind of private, but you know, Robert Michaels is another one I like because I get a lot of valuable information from his. I mean, honestly, his is probably my favorite. Sorry, Anthony, but I just get tons of stuff from his. And then like Cloud Mayhem's good. And then why I chose yours is because you started having like all these guys on, like Andrew Fuller, Mark Honeycutt, I believe. Like, I don't know. I looked at, you had a list, and I remember just on these road trips, like to California, listening to this stuff. And it's like, all this stuff is sparking what I'm doing right now. You know, so I'm like, dude, I want to support this guy because he's on the forefront of something. I'm learning a shit ton from you, believe it or not. You know, I don't know, you know, all the, yeah.
Well, definitely not from me, but from the guests.
Yeah,
you know,
from the guests. You know, so this is
Nicole and Dave and Rick.
Yeah, this is stuff I like. And like, I even like, if you don't have like cool people on that are doing badass stuff like Mark Honeycutt, even hearing from people that go to fly-ins and how they get set up. Maybe you could do episodes on like how we're doing conversion vans. I want to convert mine. I want to do YouTube videos on that like y'all are doing, you know, like, so I find all that stuff cool, you know, like, you know, I want to build a cool conversion van.
Ew, so we can live down by the river.
Hell yeah, fly paramotors all day. I'm telling you, that's all I'm going to do 2020. That's all I'm going to do.
It's awesome.
Man, I just want to
really
make enough money so that I can fly paramotors every day or free fly.
Well, you know, I'm going to start flying and like taking camera and selling my B-roll and finding ways to make money on the side. Carrying like, will you marry me signs on the beach, things like that.
Be careful with that.
Oh, yeah. That's really,
yeah, be careful with that.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I know
you know there's a couple of people that have gotten in trouble for it, so just be careful.
I literally, I would, yeah.
I would read 103 like really and have it in your pocket, you know, the day that you do it, so that if
that's true. Honestly, I don't need the money. I don't even know why I said that.
But
just to do it because it would be fun.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be fun.
Yeah, like, you know,
totally
Tucker dragged that banner for Pootie Pie across.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that was a pretty cool. I guess he was trying to collaborate, maybe to get more likes and followers. But I thought that was awesome, and that wouldn't be breaking FAR, you know, 103, wouldn't it?
Actually, it was. He got a letter about it.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Okay, well, see,
he had a follow-up video later about that video. Yeah.
Okay, well, good. This is why I pay for this or Paramotor Nation because I'm
right.
learning stuff.
Always learning. We're always learning something. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you all.
And those are the guys I support. The guys that even if I don't learn from them, if they're entertaining and they put out good content, like Anthony Bella,
Yeah, heck yeah. You know,
I get dumber from watching his videos, but they're such good quality. I just enjoy them. So
is that why you've never
yeah, he has
supported me, Rick?
bomb videos for sure. What?
Rick's never supported me. Now I know why.
David, I think you lost connection. We can't hear you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. What's up, Paragringo? Yeah, well, we really appreciate it, Blake. Appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you all very much for having me on the show. I appreciate it, and I hope to keep learning and progressing and flying with y'all. You know, so keep up the awesome
Absolutely.
work, y'all. I love this show. You know.
Ray, I believe it is AC 103-6. It's under ultralight vehicle.
I didn't know what Ray. Is he in the comment?
He's in the comment. He was asking if it was under if towing banners was under 103, and it's not under FA 103.
You can't get paid to do it. Yeah.
Right.
You can't get
It's
paid.
under AC 103.
But I thought you could tow a banner like the PewDiePie banner because he wasn't getting paid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chris
Wasn't getting
said
paid,
it.
but it was actually considered advertising.
Yep.
That was
because PewDiePie is getting paid on YouTube.
Because he's
okay. But if I was going to pull my banner and I don't get paid anything, you know, it's just for fun. That's legal.
Right. If you towed an American flag or a pirate flag or a sign that said, "Will you marry me?" you're okay. I
but
think.
if you put it on YouTube and you get paid on YouTube,
yeah, that's a
gray
bad
area.
Yeah.
I would
Right.
I would even say that's bad. You know, I won't even go to that line. I just want to pull around American flag, you know.
So Blake, I'm looking at my local weather forecaster for my airport in Wauchula, which is like an hour east of where you're at. Tomorrow doesn't look very good.
Where I'm going to be at.
In the morning, it's like 10 gusting to 25. Tuesday morning looks a little bit better, 5 to 7. Tuesday evening looks good. Wednesday morning looks good. So.
All right, awesome. Yeah. So
Wednesday evening. Do you have Wednesday evening? I know it's a little.
Wednesday evening at Wauchula is 10 gusting to 15. So usually that's the extreme. Usually it's the very bottom of that. So Thursday and Friday and Saturday look beautiful right now though. So wind mapper.
So Craig Taylor had it that I said 6. It's actually 7. So it's AC 103-7 instead of AC 103-6. So
I want to just before we do sign off here too, just to acknowledge a couple people who had some really cool things happen this week. Today, Greg Anthony Harris, our guest from 2 weeks ago, I think, had his first flight video come out today.
Last weekend, wasn't it?
Was it last weekend he was on?
Yeah,
maybe it was. My days go to yeah. So he put out his video today. It was really amazing. It was about a 4.5 minute video, and I know myself and some other people made comments that it really got us choked up and almost teary eyed. It really brings you back to your first flight. So go check out that. Rick had 2 videos come out in the last 24 hours. If you didn't get enough of Rick the first time, he bounced back with the second one. Good video today for PPG Gorilla on how to talk on a radio. Gee, where'd you get that fucking idea from? And so and Nicole's gonna have her video come out very soon. And Blake, when's your next video coming out?
You know, I'm trying to do one every 2 weeks, so don't hold me to it. But you know, that's just the way I'm gonna roll. So look forward in a week to get some
Awesome.
video.
Oh man.
Me and PPG Gorilla would do a video collab.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, heck yeah, that would be awesome.
I'd like to get to fly with you, man. Maybe we can put it together.
Dude, I really want to. Let's get some like wingtip bumps. You film me, I film you. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Internet's gonna love it.
Yes. All right. Well, let's talk, man. Maybe I can get away like Wednesday or something.
Heck yeah, let's do Wednesday because Tuesday I got to do the boat deal. Wednesday I'll plan on that, and I'll PM you so I can get more details on where we'll meet up. And once I look at it on Google Maps and punch the coordinates in, then
It's only about an hour from where you're at right now.
okay.
So, okay, let's do it. I've got paraflu's coming on.
You don't look so hot, man.
Oh, I feel it.
You do not need to go to work. Maybe you do tomorrow, though, if it's going to
Wednesday.
be 10 to 15.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Wednesday.
I would like to thank both Matt Minyard and Mike Vogel. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate you're very kind. So thank you. And if there's anything I can do to help, anytime that you guys see me at a fly-in or anything like that, would love to talk to you. With all of us, you know, would love to talk to you, love to hang out, take pictures, do all that kind of stuff, goof off. So
Looking at what you just sent me, Nicole. I'm never gonna do that again.
hey man, it's called insurance.
Yeah,
What
you got
it's
it.
called.
It's a bad picture of me.
It's called insurance, baby. So thank you so much, Blake, for coming on tonight. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us and just sharing your experience, and everything that you've got going on just sounds amazing. Hopefully we're able to get caught up between you, me, and Gorilla, and we get to fly together. If you get, you know, if you know of a really good spot down there, please let us know, because as far as I'm aware, you can't fly on the beach can't launch on the beach very many places down in Tampa's Clearwater area. So
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really banking on it. This was more of like, I knew the weather was going to be bad. So I just ducked in where I could get some good food and good night's sleep. And then, you know, it might be nights in the van after this, you know.
There is an LZ about an hour to an hour and a half south of me called Placida. Tucker flew there recently. They didn't go to the beach, but it's about 3 miles to the beach, and you can fly up and down the beach.
Oh, okay. You know, I went to that spot today, I think on North Skyline, something. There's a bunch of windsurfers or kiteboarders there. And I think Tucker did a launch there when he was here in Tampa and flew
Oh,
to
the Skyway.
Yeah, the Skyway.
Skyway, yeah.
So I definitely, like, I was like, this feels just like where Tucker was in his video. It was like deja vu. And unfortunately, it was blowing too hard.
Yeah.
Too soft for the kiteboarders, too hard for the, you know, us.
This LZ is about an hour and a half south of there, and it's a abandoned real estate development. There's streets that are paved and nothing but open fields. It's where I did my first flight, and it's about 2 miles to the coast, and you can fly the beach up and down. So.
Oh, nice. Well, is there any altitude restrictions? What's the cap on that?
No, I don't think there is there. I don't think there are there.
Cool. Well, if I could get up to $3,000, I'm all game for that. I just need.
I'll look at a chart, but I don't think it's an issue there, because we're way in between Tampa and north of Fort Myers. Those are the only two Class Ds we got to worry about. So.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Maybe some people.
Yeah.
Maybe some people in the chat will have to become sick as well and join us.
Yeah. It's going around bad, guys.
yeah, it is.
Hope my boss doesn't see this.
Oh, wait, I don't need to skip work. What am I doing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to my compatriots, David, and Rick. Thank you so much.
It is
Thank
going
you for
around.
everyone.
I was sick, actually.
Blake's gonna have to call in sick.
I had the flu over Thanksgiving. I didn't do
Oh my
anything.
goodness.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're feeling better.
I'm ready to rock the sky.
David,
Yes.
no after show tonight. No after show for you. We're having after show. Go take
All
your
right.
Christmas pictures and good night.
Well, thank you again, guys. Have a great
Thank
week,
you
and we
very
will
much.
see you next week.
All right, guys.
Hi guys.
Peace out.